Picture this. You're going about your normal day when suddenly chunks of raw meat start falling from a perfectly clear sky. Or maybe you step outside to find your entire town covered in mysterious gelatinous blobs that make people violently ill just by touching them. Sound impossible? Well, welcome to Sketchy Phenomena, where we dive into the bizarre, the unexplained, and the downright disturbing. Today we're looking up at the sky with serious concern because apparently it has a twisted sense of humor. From the infamous Oakville Blobs of 1994 to the Kentucky meat shower of 1876, we're exploring the most disturbing things that have ever fallen from above. But first, smash that subscribe button because we're about to get sketchy. Today we're trading our usual ground-level mysteries for some atmospheric anomalies that'll make you never want to look up again. Throughout history, people have reported all sorts of strange precipitation, and I'm not talking about hail or snow. We're talking about blood, flesh, living animals, and mysterious substances that science still can't fully explain. Some of these cases have reasonable explanations. Others, well, let's just say they keep researchers up at night. We'll start with two of the most documented and disturbing cases. Our first stop takes us to Oakville, Washington, population 665. August 7th, 1994 started like any other day, but it would end with one of the most documented cases of anomalous precipitation in modern history. That morning, instead of rain, translucent, gelatinous blobs began falling from the sky. We're talking jellyfish-like substances about the size of rice grains covering an area of about 20 square miles. But here's where it gets really sketchy because these weren't just gross, they were dangerous. Officer David Lacey was on duty when the blobs fell. Within hours of contact, he developed flu-like symptoms so severe he was hospitalized. His symptoms included dizziness, nausea, and severe fatigue. But he wasn't alone because his mother, Dottie Hearn, also fell ill after handling the substance. Local resident Beverly Roberts collected samples in mason jars, and soon after, she and several family members became violently sick. The symptoms were consistent across all victims, severe flu-like illness that lasted for weeks. Hospital lab technician Mike McDowell examined samples under a microscope and found human white blood cells and bacteria. Yes, you heard that right. Human white blood cells in mystery goo falling from the sky. The Washington State Health Department got involved. Mike Osweiler, an epidemiologist, confirmed the presence of white blood cells and two types of bacteria, including one typically found in human digestive systems. Here's the kicker. This happened 6 times over 3 weeks. Same substance, same area, same mysterious origin. Weather conditions were normal. No military exercises were reported. Some samples were sent to various laboratories, but here's where the story gets really sketchy. Many samples mysteriously disappeared or were lost during analysis. The few results that came back were inconclusive or contradictory. The theories ranged from military testing to aircraft waste, despite FAA denials. Some scientists proposed these were unknown atmospheric organisms, while the presence of human cells sparked conspiracy theories about biowarfare testing. Now let's travel back to March 3rd, 1876, in Bath County, Kentucky, where the sky decided to rain what appeared to be fresh chunks of meat. Mrs. Allen Crouch was outside making soap when chunks of meat described as beef by witnesses began falling from a completely clear sky. The pieces ranged from small flakes to chunks several inches square, covering an area roughly 100 yards long and 50 yards wide. The Louisville Commercial reported that the meat appeared fresh, and here's the really disturbing part. Some brave locals actually tasted it. They described it as either mutton or venison. I cannot stress enough how much I do not recommend eating mystery meat from the sky. Unlike many anomalous events of that era, this one received serious scientific attention. Samples were sent to multiple laboratories and examined by prominent scientists of the day. Dr. A. Mead Edwards identified lung tissue from either a horse or human infant. Leopold Brandeis found muscle tissue, cartilage, and lung tissue. Dr. J.W.S. Arnold concluded it was probably lung tissue from a horse or similar animal. The meat was confirmed to be real animal tissue, ruling out hoaxes involving artificial substances. The leading scientific explanation was the vulture vomit theory. The idea was that a flock of vultures, flying high above and invisible from the ground, simultaneously regurgitated their meal. Vultures do disgorge food when threatened or when they need to lighten their load for flight. This theory explains the meat chunks and the concentrated area of the fall, but critics point out that no vultures were seen, and the sheer volume of meat would have required an enormous flock. The sky apparently has an entire arsenal of weird stuff to drop on us. Throughout history, we've seen blood rain in various locations. In Kerala, India in 2001, red rain fell for 2 months. Initially thought to be blood, it was later identified as algae spores. Sri Lanka experienced yellow and red rain in 2012 that locals swore smelled like blood. Medieval Europe had numerous accounts of blood rain that terrified populations. Living animals have also made unexpected appearances from above. Waterspouts and tornadoes are the most documented cause of animal rain. Honduras has an annual phenomenon in Yoro where small fish fall during storms. England documented multiple frog falls throughout the 1800s. Australia has experienced spider rain, with millions of baby spiders ballooning and falling like snow. Strange substances continue to perplex scientists. Angel hair appeared in the 1950s and 60s as fibrous, web-like material that dissolved when touched. Star jelly has been found as gelatinous substance after meteor showers. Wales has pudar ser, or rod of the stars, mysterious jelly found in fields. Recent incidents include a yellowish substance in the Russian Far East in 2018 that locals initially thought was sulfur. India experienced chunks of ice containing what appeared to be organic matter in 2019. Turkey saw a green substance that stained everything it touched in 2020. Time for some reality checks. Let's separate the genuinely mysterious from the perfectly explainable. The Oakville Blobs are partially explainable. The most likely explanation is contaminated aircraft waste. The timing coincides with commercial flights over the area. The composition of human white blood cells and digestive bacteria points to human waste origin. The repetition of 6 occurrences suggests a regular flight path. The claims of missing samples might simply be bureaucratic incompetence. However, some questions remain. Why did the FAA find no evidence of waste jettisoning? Why were the health effects so severe and long-lasting? Why haven't similar incidents been widely reported elsewhere? The Kentucky meat shower is mostly explainable through the vulture vomit theory. Scientific analysis confirmed real animal tissue. The concentrated fall pattern matches disgorging behavior. Turkey vultures were common in the area, and no other reasonable explanation exists. The only issues are the volume of meat and the lack of visible birds, but vultures can fly extremely high and still be invisible from the ground. Other phenomena present a mixed bag of explanations. Most blood rain is algae, dust, or pollution. Animal rain is almost always from waterspouts or strong winds. Many mystery substances are industrial pollution or natural organic matter. Still mysterious are some angel hair incidents that remain unexplained. Certain gelatinous falls don't match known natural phenomena. The sheer consistency of some historical accounts suggests something beyond hoaxes. The scientific reality is that our atmosphere is more active than most people realize. Strong updrafts can carry objects miles high and drop them far from their origin. Weather patterns we don't fully understand can concentrate materials in specific areas. Our planet has biological and chemical processes we're still discovering. So there you have it, the sky's greatest hits of weird precipitation. While science can explain most of these phenomena, the fact that we're still finding new cases suggests our atmosphere might have a few more surprises in store. The Oakville Blobs remain partially mysterious, despite probable explanations. The Kentucky meat shower shows how nature can create seemingly impossible scenarios through perfectly natural processes. The continuing reports of strange falls remind us that our world is far weirder than we often imagine. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen fall from the sky? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more sketchy phenomena. Until then, keep looking up, but maybe carry an umbrella. You never know what might be falling.